the Bulldozer Matt Tremont, the 8-time Deathmatch Tournament winner, the former 2-time world champion, the owner of H2O Wrestling. And if there is one podcast to listen to, that is the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Let's get ultraviolet, motherfuckers.
And good evening once again, fans. You're listening to the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. They're more than welcome to come on too anytime they want to come on.
Oh man, the girls pop good like.
Alright. It's a budget thing. Let's see what he's up to.
Thank you, man, and thank you for giving me the time.
Tune in right now. And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast with my guest at this time, the charismatic Nadiah Hunter. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Just getting some female podcasts on now. I need to boost my game up again because, it's slow and, the females are important to the game as well,
Of course.
So what's going on with you? You have a lot of big things happening. I'm reading a lot of posts, and we'll get right into that. That's probably what you want to spill. A lot of that good stuff. I see a lot of things happening for you. That's good in the wrestling world.
Yes, definitely. Right now my goal is just to get some experience. I'm based in North Carolina, so I'm just trying to go. I also ringing outs in Tennessee, so I'm just trying to get South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. I'm just trying to be all around.
East Coast, you never know. Jersey Shore. Hey, come on. There's lots of places, lots of companies.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the world, man.
Yeah, and as you were saying, you're going to be heading to. Actually, you have a whole lineup. Let's just get to it. I was seeing on that list of places. Jewel, I think it's called Jewel.
Yes, Jewels of Wrestling. That is a all women's promotion hosted by Firestar Pro Wrestling. They just had their first show in December, and I got to ring announce and do commentary as well for their show. And it was just such an amazing experience. Even beforehand, we had a training seminar with Sue Young, and she's like the most amazing person.
She's talented, very talented female.
Oh my goodness, it was just such a privilege to be in the ring with her.
And who else have you who else have you announced at that, or at the last time, or did you get to, or you just listened to a seminar that first time around? Or no?
So
was it an event? What you attended that first one with Sue?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was an event. She had a training session. It was an event, and then we had the show.
So you got to announce some pretty big names as well?
Oh, yes, it was. So it was Sue Young, Sadie Lee Moss, Kayla Marie, Ella Envy, Maddie Max, Lindsay Pike. It was just so many.
Maddie Max. Ooh, there's a name I haven't heard, from the West Virginia area. And yes, the VOW and plenty of other federations as well. She's made her name.
Name. She has a huge fan base, like huge.
I'll never forget the time I actually went to, for the first time going to Vicious Outcast Wrestling in Virginia, and actually it was like a deathmatch show. But then they had the ladies. We had who the hell was it? Another lady was wrestling, and Maddie got into the ring, and the crowd hated her. That was great. It was great. It was great. They were yelling tampon. It was great. If I could find the clip, you'd get a kick out of it. If I could find that out there.
Oh, yes. Please find it and send it to me.
All right. I will do that. But yeah, so the list of names, but as you look, that was your first time with them, and female shows are awesome. There's a lot of potential females that are talented, and it's so underrated. It's really sad, really, for us fans, as a fan of wrestling, It's what we look for is who's going to be the breakout star, who's going to be the next one, the future on TV, maybe not TV, and they want to stay on the independent scene, and a lot of people want to stay on the independent scene,
Yeah, definitely. Also, like my first time working at an all women show was Flawless in Tennessee. Flawless. That was an amazing experience by itself because I just got to meet different women wrestlers and I got to learn from them. I got to talk to them. And it was just so amazing. I saw them in the ring and I was like, oh my gosh, like this could go to like next level.
Yeah, for a fan of wrestling, also we had like WSU was a big promotion, and that was a big, female league as well, and that was really like I'm sure you heard of that, and that was like a big stomp for a lot of those girls. They really made a name for themselves. Whoever came out of that, as well.
Yeah, I can definitely see all women shows just being like the next thing, like. A lot of promotions will carry on with them.
Yeah, and actually one company that I don't know if you've heard of it yet, but you might want to look into it and check it out as Goddesses of War. Goddesses of War out of New Jersey as well is actually with Titan Championship Wrestling. It's a partner company, both together. Oh. Isn't that cool? Titan's like the next indie. It's like it has its indie. It has your mainstay stars and your local stars, which is really right out, the future stars of wrestling, which is
that's definitely cool. I'm gonna check out Goddess of Wrestling. Yeah, definitely check that out.
They actually have what is it? Mobfitv.com. If you can subscribe, you can watch that. If not, they have it on YouTube. A couple of matches as well.
Yeah, sorry, I'm really like taking these notes down of everything that you're telling me to go check out.
Take notes because you know what? It's also, check out the intergender bonanza by Stan Styles, Sizzlin' Stan Styles. I'm sure you've heard of that name before.
Yeah,
that he runs a whole intergender like chaos show. Like really just like go nuts and have fun. And it's that's based out of Jersey as well at H2O, the H2O Wrestling Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. There's another company to look into for yourself, as they always have openings. On Mondays they do their dojo shows, they do the training shows, which I would like to go every day, but you can't when you have to work. Yeah,
I would definitely love to go up there. I'm gonna check them out.
But let me ask you this: what got you into being an announcer? What made you want to do it? Just fun?
Oh, so before I was a ring announcer, I was a sports announcer for my college, North Carolina Central University. So I pretty much announced all sports: baseball, volleyball, softball, all of that except for football. I haven't done a football game before. So when I got into wrestling, I was like, well, it's kind of the same thing. So I just kind of wanted to try it out. And it just so happened to work out for me.
That's good. And you have the voice, so I could hear it. And I've been watching a lot of videos and just seeing that you have that potential. You're one of those people you're going to go a long way. Bright future. And that's what it is. Reach for the stars, right?
Definitely. I hope so.
And have fun. That's all about having fun and, making new connections and, catching the eyes of the fans with your voice and the wrestlers and, the promoters and the, people in attendance.
Yeah, I definitely think, like my goal when I go to a show is just to set the tone for the match. I want people to have this hyped up energy just from just hearing it and just seeing the wrestlers just come out to the ring.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure you had what was it like for the first time you got on the mic and you choked?
Oh man, I have so many of those.
Yeah, really. The butterflies.
It's just it's embarrassing because like when I choke, it's not like I choke and like I could keep going from it. It's like I kind of stutter for a long period of time because I'm trying to like retrace my steps and go from the beginning. So it's a hard recovery. I've actually done it recently. I did it yesterday at SOM.
Oh no.
Yes, I was announcing Eli the Egg from Viva Las Amish. And I had to announce that he was weighing in at 1/12 of a carton of Food Line eggs.
Oh shit.
So you can imagine what was going through my head as I was saying it.
Yeah, I remember one time I tried doing a show and I choked. I said noise, not Nas. I said because I was a sponsor. I know the local wrestler, and I was like, oh shit. Oh well. Hey, it happens, right? It's like going to It's like going to karaoke, but you're drunk. Don't have to worry, you know.
Yeah, it's like I try to like look over it, but like one thing is like when your friends are there, they're like, "We heard you, we heard you."
Now, who are your inspiring announcers? Who do you? Female or male? Ooh.
I would say
there's one guy I could mention, Larry Legend. That's one name that's really a local voice that's really out there and has been around, and he carries his voice for a long time. He's been
when I was younger,
watching TV.
Yeah, like I just listened Lillian Garcia. Like that's all that I heard up until JoJo started ring announcing. So I would say like I think my inspiration would probably be Lillian Garcia because that's who I heard. So that's kind of like where my voice and kind of like the tone and how I talk on the mic.
Yeah. Besides all these other people they got nowadays on TV, there's so many announcers. It's amazing. Women announcers and male announcers as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like the guy that's on AEW. I'm not sure what his name is, but I know I hear him on AEW Dark.
Jewel Roberts? No, Roberts?
Maybe.
Is it Rob? Maybe. Yeah, that could be him.
Maybe. Yeah. I like his voice. He has like a very nice tone and it's like it's energy, but it's not too overwhelming.
AEW. There's something that's really catches people's eyes. Well, I'm sure you like to watch that and to see who comes, as wrestlers and as a fan too. You're a fan, still a fan. You got to be a fan of wrestling.
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely watch AEW Dark more than I watch the actual show. That's because there's I love to support people that I've worked with before. So anytime I see anyone that I know and they post like, "Hey, I'm going to be on AEW Dark on their page," I'm like, I definitely have to go and see them.
Yeah, it's like I see KTB every once in a week on there. He's like, yeah, support me, get out there, guys, because he's one of our Titan guys as well, for wrestling. He supports KC Navarro, young blessed KC Navarro. Really, there's a guy he's a young kid, man. He needs to be future wrestling. Like he's out there, He looks like he's 12 years old almost. Yeah.
But yeah. I guess like most recently I've seen Dream Girl Ellie, Savannah Evans, Griff Garrison, Lee Johnson, Justin Flax. So it's just I just love seeing like when they post it and I see them up there, I'm like
Lady Frost, come on.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna people don't know that she's independent and she's been out there, like she's one of those people that can, I don't know whatever happened to I don't see her that much. Starland. Yeah. I haven't seen Christy Starland in a while. I haven't seen on Dark. You notice that?
I'm not familiar with her. But I would definitely go and look her up.
Christine Starland used to be WSU. She used to wrestle for the WSU. She was the women's champion for quite some time for combat, so the females division. I guess she. I don't know what happened to her. Good question. I'm gonna have to look that up. Because that was like one person who had like a future, because she trained at the dojo and just made it, a name for herself. It's a shame. It's a shame. Like, I guess like they just break off. Like I'm just looking at a feed today, and I just saw one of my friends had just the release of Impact Star. Jake Christ was just on a podcast, one of my friends' podcasts. He's was released from TNA Impact, I guess.
Oh,
TNA.
I'm hearing it.
I'll tell you what, TNA Impact has really changed a lot, since like it used to be.
Yeah, I haven't watched TNA probably since AJ Styles left, maybe
Really?
around that time. That was a long time ago, but I do check in every once in a while. I'm
Yeah.
not really like a binge watcher of wrestling. Like from time to time, like I'll turn on a WWE Network and I'll binge watch ECW, but like that's kind of like about it. And I watch AEW Dark, so.
You got your mind set on what do you want to watch. That's good.
Yeah, definitely. And I watch some stuff on IWTV as well.
What catches your eye on IWTV? There's so many good there's so much wrestling on there. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely. If I miss American Lucha, I definitely watch American Lucha on IWTV. I'm trying to think of some other stuff because I just kind of like go through and see, what's good. I didn't get to go to Colby Carino's birthday bash that he had. Definitely watched that on IWTV.
Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I watched a part of it. Yeah, I saw that. That was a good show.
Yeah.
I had a lot of seen him wrestle so many times. In his days in the On Point Wrestling building in Williamstown, New Jersey. There's another promotion that lasted for quite some time and then closed the doors. It's a shame when these companies just shut down.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, he was like one of those guys that would break out, and Joey Janela was there every single week. Like, come on, There's a guy who's really made a name for himself. I'm sure you've heard on the independent scene as well, because he's started out on the independents.
Yeah, I definitely trying to follow the independent scene. I don't know. I guess I just started liking independent wrestling more than TV, but that's probably because I'm training and stuff, so it's just interesting to see how people put on shows.
Yeah, and you know what? And for an independent show, it's more fun and it's more of a thrill, because you're there. You're actually part of the atmosphere, and the stage is, it's like a stage. It's like the TV show almost. Like it's almost like the wrestling show. Like you're watching TV. And just not paying attention to the cameras.
Exactly. I don't know. I guess it's I guess I just love the interaction with the crowd and just how creative wrestlers on the spot can be. So, yeah.
In your current promotion, who's your favorite wrestlers to announce?
To announce,
who is?
I would say at School of Morton, it'll be Amp Dominic, NAV, and Viva Las Amish, because every time I announce, the crowd is literally louder than me. Literally. Like I can barely hear myself announcing. Yeah. That's my answer. I'm locking that in.
He's supposed to be on soon. He's coming on.
Amp Dominic.
Yes, he's coming on soon.
I love Amp so much. And he knows it. I have his Ugly Begone in my car. Even in my car.
I'm gonna have to ask about that. I saw the bottle. I'm like, all right, what is this about? What is this gimmick here? I like it.
It's amazing. It's just like the way that he interacts, like with the fans. It's just
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. He's just a character by himself. He drives from his own energy, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just amazing to watch.
That's good. That's good. And that's people like that can draw attention, and that's what they want and be seen. So yeah, wait till he's on my podcast. I'll have to talk about you on there too. Be like, yeah, I had Nadiah on. What do you guys say about that?
He's probably going to tell you. There was a.
Mhm.
I don't want to say it wrong. It's a Bunkhead Stampede match. It was at School and Morton the other day,
Mhm.
and I was in it. It's like a battle royal, but it's only pins and submissions, and I was standing outside of the ring, just kind of observing instead of getting into the mix. And Imp said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I just looked at him and I started running, and he chased me around the ring until I got in the ring.
Oh, so you played cat and mouse.
Yes, if you literally look at the footage, you will see us like running around the ring.
So you got your cardio in for the day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Got your work, your round in, but you would have loved to win the battle royal.
Yes, he rode up pin me. He rode up pin me.
Oh man, he was. Were you the last two in, or no? Or was it him and somebody else, or like?
It was me, Justin Blacks, Amp, and Alex Monroe. It was the last four. I just put Justin Blacks into a submission, a Boston Crab. And as soon as I got done, Amp was right there and pinned me.
How dare him! How dare him!
I could have had my hands on the East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship.
Right? You'd be like, yes, here I am. I got the gold now. It's in my hands. But if you had your own, but you never know, because you might have you might have an announcer belt as well, right? That'd be like the ultimate goal.
I hope so. I hope so. One of these days.
So anybody wants to sponsor her and buy a belt for her and
please, actually, I will carry it everywhere I go.
We'll start a GoFundMe Wrestle belt page.
I would love to see who would donate into that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think Justin Blacks will be donating at all. I don't think he'll be donating.
That's why I said that's why I want to do that one of these days. Have a belt made up for my podcast, just to hell of it, just to have it, see how many carry it around and people see if they want to challenge me for it. 24-hour podcast. You get it. You get the podcast for a day.
Hey, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
You're right. Bring it. I'm not a professional wrestler, but I can be. Growing up watching wrestling, who are your favorites? As every tag teams and females and male, everybody.
I had a lot of favorites, but I guess I'll say the ones that kind of just stuck with me throughout the years. John Morrison, watched from start all the way up until now. I followed him. He was in WWE. When he left, Lucha Underground.
Yes, Lucha Underground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lucha. I'll tell you what,
amazing.
man. To see AR Fox on that was something. Yeah.
You know what? At the time, I may not have known of AR Fox at the time because I wasn't really into wrestling stuff. But I would definitely go back and watch. If you could send me the episode that he was on, I've probably seen it before because I know I watched.
He's gone through the glass. He went through the glass. I guess they had a barbed wire match.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. And that's the same building that they used to do Wrestling Society X in.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, isn't that cool?
I didn't know.
If you look at the setup, it's the same setup as the XP. That Society X Wrestling.
Yeah, I did not know that.
I wish that company was still around. That was a cool promotion. It really was. It really turned the tables for wrestlers. Like I saw Nate Webb wrestle there, Jack Evans. You'd see all these odd name wrestlers. Homeless Jimmy walking through the curtain sometimes, like a surprise guest.
Yeah, I think I've only seen
Mm.
like maybe like a little bit of it, but like
I know
not to where I'm super
I have the
familiar.
DVD set somewhere in my house, in my
Oh
bedroom.
wow.
Collectors. It's probably dusty. I don't know. I should probably sell it on eBay. Probably get like $5. What are DVDs these days, right? Like I don't even buy them anymore. I don't. It's all
I
digital.
don't either. Amazon Prime, student membership.
Yeah, Amazon Prime and IWTV and Fight TV.
Yep. And I have a Title Match Network too.
Title Match Network. I don't think I have that. Ooh, I might have to look into that.
Yeah.
I used to have High Spot, but I canceled that. That was like a pain in the neck to get onto.
Oh, I haven't. I should probably go look at it. I didn't even know they had a network. I should probably look that up.
Smart Mark does. What is it? You see, well, CZW used to have it, and then they put out all their content onto IWTV.
Actually, I did know High Spots have a network because Titan Wrestling was just recently on High Spots network. Because I got to do commentary with Franco Varga.
Mm-hmm. Franco Varga. Okay, how was that experience? Was that good? Horrible. Good. Horrible.
I mean, it was amazing, but we know Varga. We know how he is.
Mm-hmm.
I love him and I hate him and I love him.
Mm-hmm. Right. Let's get into see, this is how I like podcasts. I don't have notes or anything. Isn't that great? It's like it comes to your brain,
Hey, that's the best way to do it.
The random, just the random questions. All right. If you were to go out to the ring and announce your favorite superstar, who would it be? If you had like the ultimate to be on TV, who would you love to just announce and be like, I did it. It was my moment. That's a tough one, I know.
Chris Jericho.
Good choice.
Yeah, because
he's a talker. Yep. Yes.
Yeah. Like if you can get the crowd going, like within that amount. When I say your name, like I want the whole audience to either love you or hate you in that exact second.
Because the way he carries his promos and the way how he just as the young days, you look at his career, ECW, and you look at his days in WCW and WWE, of course, and just like how he just stood out from the rest, and then became a musician. And like, my gosh, it's like awesome. And a cruise ship, god damn it, cruise. I want to go on that cruise. My friends have been on that cruise. I'm like, oh, I want to go on that cruise. The Jericho cruise is so like fun, because it's just wrestling. It's just like it's for us.
Right. I didn't know he had like a
what?
You said a cruise?
Yeah, the Chris Jericho cruise. The cruise. Was it Marco Stunt was just on it? Marco Stunt and him were on stage singing. I wore my the sunglasses song. I wear my sunglasses at night. Yeah, if you go back and look on YouTube, Jericho cruise. Have you ever? You probably have not seen it. Yeah, they had like a whole. Yeah, type it in right now.
I'm missing out.
Go ahead, look on the internet. If you could look at the internet, type in Jericho cruise. It pops up. It pops right up. It's a real deal.
Jericho cruise.
Let's see.
Wow. Rock and wrestling.
Yes.
SC.
Whoa. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's expensive though. It's an expensive cruise.
I believe it.
Yeah. I mean, what, 6 days, 5 days? I don't know.
Man, and the lineup was crazy.
Huh?
I said the lineup was crazy for this cruise.
Oh, for this one for the 2021?
Or
is that 2000? 22. They had
I think this was 2018.
yeah. Look at the
Oh,
lineup.
yeah. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is something I would definitely go on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like it's either I go on that or I go to WrestleMania. So I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Or you go to the Collective once it comes out again. That's a. But thanks to WrestleMania stealing that catchphrase. Did you hear that? I was a little upset with that. Game Changer Wrestling, GCW, had the Collective trademark, and they stole the title for it. WWE.
I think I did see
On a tweet.
article come up. Yeah.
I'm like, that's really ridiculous. Come on, let people. I know. I mean, my friend runs a local company that really can make it's WrestleMania material, and really, it is like they do. I'm sure you've seen that the Collective with all the wrestling companies that were in Indiana. Yeah.
Yes, trust me, I'm very familiar with GCW. Like I would that's one of my goals. I don't know if it'll happen this year, but one of my goals is actually to announce for GCW because I love their matches. Just how they set up their shows, how it's just different from everybody else. And I just want to say they have an amazing graphic designer. Whoever designs the flyers, like I am a stickler for flyers. Their flyers is amazing.
Yeah, the artists and the work on the canvases, the artwork on the canvases. Shout out to my friend Dave the painter, Dave the painter, because my logo was on one of the mats a couple of times. Yes, for like historic moments, like for David Arquette, Nick Cage moment.
Yeah, Game Changer definitely has it going on.
They do. They do, and actually, they just announced that they're going to be doing a 24-hour. I don't know if you saw that post. They're going to be doing a 24-hour wrestling fundraising show. They're going to do.
Oh wow!
Yes. Yeah. So it'll be on YouTube again, Fight TV, or you, because they got their contracts up with what is it, IWTV.
Mm-hmm.
So watch as much as you can now before they,
Oh boy.
I know it sucks. But you can always order tapes, DVDs, VHSs. Okay.
Oh boy, VHS.
No, they don't. Do they even make those anymore? I don't even think I have any of those. But yeah, so that's a cool concept. It's to give back to the wrestlers, and they've done that. They did that last time in Las Vegas because they had a show that was canceled. Game Changer did a show in Vegas at the FSW Arena, I believe it was called. It was on YouTube.
In Vegas. Oh, I remember. I saw the flyer for it. Yes, I do remember. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was free on YouTube, and that the same kind of concept they're going to do for the wrestlers.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it.
Oh, you had? Ooh, really?
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. And I'll get you that footage, along with the other footage and the other footage.
I'm just gonna.
I know, soak it all in.
Wrestling everything tonight.
Tonight, 24 hours. No, I got to go to work tomorrow. I can't do that. Vacation's over now. Boo.
Oh man, I hate it.
I'm a garbage person. I work for the garbage company. I work for my local garbage. I just got a new route for the season. I'll be picking up metal. Ooh, I'm excited.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yep. I'm a laborer. Easy work. We get home at 12:30 because of the COVID, so that's a plus.
So you work from
6 o'clock in the morning
to 12.
Yeah.
Noon.
Yep. Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
No. Until this is all over, we go back to the normal. Usually it was 2:30. 2:30 we'd be out.
Oh, that's a little rough. That is a little rough. That's a little rough.
I don't do the weekends. Sorry. I missed
That's
out
wrestling time.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Study up on wrestling and see which show I want to go to next. But I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna ride it out for quite a while and just as a fan. Just be safe for what still, because I was supposed to go to that. I was supposed to go to the New Year's GCW show in Atlantic City, but I was like,
Mm.
you know what? Is it worth the risk? All that, crazy people out for drinking and and walking around the casinos drunk and puking and you know
Oh, it definitely would have been an experience.
it, yeah, but there was not a big crowd at the show, which was an upset. But you know what? Hey, they did it and they had a good show. I
Yeah.
kept on I kept on commentating, tweeting with Kevin Gill, Kevin Gill, another ring announcer. That's commentary from the OG Kevin Gill, another great person. Um, but yeah, the show was great. They had a good turnout. The wrestlers did their job. It wasn't about what size crowd. You know what I mean? Every
Mhm.
time it's. But I think we have wrapped up what we had to say. How about that? Are we good?
I think so.
It's already 8:33. I guess so. Yeah.
I
I'm not
mean,
even.
whatever you want
Shh.
to ask me, I'm just here.
Ask away. Favorite music? How's that?
Oh,
Ooh. See,
favorite music.
what are you into nowadays? What's your go-to hip hop or R&B or this and that and
Um,
alternative?
I, I don't even know whether to call it alternative, but it's kind of more of like a screamo kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like Falling in Reverse. So really nice band.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I just found out the other day the lead singer of the band, he was in this other band called Escape the Fate, and he's dating Paige from WWE. So I just found that out the
No,
other day. And I was
no
like, how
way.
ironic. How
You know what I
ironic.
just found? You know what I just found on Twitter or on Facebook, like Google today? You're gonna have to get it. Game Changer Wrestling's theme songs. All the wrestlers on Spotify.
That
Oh,
is amazing.
I'll send you that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, right.
That is
Sweet.
amazing.
Yeah, it has all the songs. Because I was looking for Blake Christian's song because that song is awesome. He has, but it's not a ringtone. I want it to be. I'm gonna have to create it as a ringtone somehow.
Yeah, I'm actually definitely the person who goes on like Apple Music and
Mhm.
look up the old WWE albums and I'll listen to it start from finish.
Okay, you want to hear something really, really mind catching that'll blow your mind?
Definitely.
Okay, Jim Johnson wasn't the original creator of the music for WWE. It was a guy called J.J. McGuire and Jimmy Hart.
Really?
Yes, I'm friends with the guy. I'm actually friends with he's a musician. Yeah, he took all
I
the.
didn't know that.
He did super fly. He did demolition. Money, Mr. $1 Million Man, Shawn Michaels, the original. Yeah, that's like awesome. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, he ran a promotion and he closed the doors on that, and some other company took it over. He tried his luck at that didn't go too good, but he's still doing tones and actually he's selling this book still, which is awesome. He has a book out of his life of
Hmm.
music, working with Hulk Hogan and all the rest of the people. And actually, he was the one that did the Thunder in Paradise theme for the TV series when that was around. That was a cool throwback TV show. Thunder in Paradise, classic.
I've never seen it before. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little young,
Yeah.
and I was very limited on watching
Mm-hmm.
wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So I got about a good 2003 to 2010, 11,
Mm-hmm.
around the time of the they changed the women's belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I stopped watching for a little bit until like
Mm-hmm.
2017.
Yeah. I know when
So
AJ
like,
left.
you know, yeah. Yeah, so I
Mm-hmm.
am not the most knowledgeable about wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. but it's all on Google.
Yeah. But I will
Use
do my
Google today.
research out there,
Yes.
guys who are going to hate me for not knowing.
Cage match wrestling, right? What is cage match? Tells you every history on that Wikipedia. Jeez, you
Yeah,
know.
I will do my research. I promise, guys. Don't hate me out there. Please do not hate me. I'm just a little baby, please.
She's still stepping up her game. Come on, people. Let her get a foot in the door still. No, it's really amazing what you can find nowadays on the internet of
Definitely.
the research of like I said, Spotify. I just typed that in. And it came right up. I was like, GCW tone Spotify. Okay. I'm down. Now I'm gonna have to look like ECW light, like I'm gonna have to I want to go on there and find like the ECW originals,
Yeah. Like I literally do
Mhm,
that. I type in the year and everything, and I'll
mhm,
just sit there in the car. Like if I'm taking a long trip, maybe up to Tennessee,
mhm.
that's what I play.
Play that, and play your other song you're telling me about. And who else do you like? What other bands do you like?
I like Falling in Reverse.
Mhm,
Um, 3 Days Grace is pretty cool. Um, aside from
mhm,
that, I like Tyler the Creator. I'm kind of into, you know what? I guess it's called electronica. I guess that's what I go to, or like house music. I
mhm.
like a lot of that kind of
The
music too.
techno stuff, techno
Yeah,
kind of.
but it's like
I
it's really
Yeah,
soft. It's not hard hitting.
really. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out. I used to like the club stuff, the real
Hmm.
back in my days. What was clubbing? 20 when I was 21, right? 16. I feel like I'm an old. Well, 40, 43? Gosh, I'm an old fart. I could be retired before you. Oh no, it's not nice to say. Retirement's a thing to come and pays the price. When I would tell everybody when I retire, I want to own a promotion. That's gonna happen. I
Yeah, I
say I'm
think
gonna. I
whenever
want
like I retire, I just want to own a venue, and I want to host wrestling shows there. But I just want a venue in general.
to. The hottest place to go.
Exactly.
Ooh, maybe casinos too. We'll beat Trump out of the water, right? Politics. Politics. Why people start,
Oh
right?
boy.
No, I don't. I hate politics. But I think TV shows. What are you into nowadays? I don't watch so much TV anymore. I used to watch so much TV,
I
cartoons.
I am
I
a
can
Netflix kind of person. I
really.
was like, okay, I'm a big kid, so I was like going, Cartoon Network, whatever shows they put out was like pretty
Hmm.
amazing. Adventure Time, Amazing World of Gumball. Like I'm a super kid, but other than
Hmm.
that, I sit there and I will binge watch Vampire Diaries, Riverdale.
Hmm.
Um,
The Walking Dead. Everybody watches The Walking Dead. No, no,
I've
yeah,
seen one episode, and
yeah.
because it was just so long, I just couldn't. I couldn't.
Mm, no, no. There was
But
that other show. Was it Stranger Things? I never got into that one. I never got into
I
that.
couldn't get into that either. That was
There was there
very
was another
difficult.
team. There was another show. It was like drug addicts and everybody else. I couldn't think of the. What the hell was it? It was like a good show. Like it was this comical. It was what the hell was it? My friends would always watch it. I'm like, whatever name. I can't think of it. It was like a stupid. It was like Trailer Park Boys, but different. It was
Office?
was it The Office?
It
Could have
might
been.
be. Yeah.
Mhm,
I've seen like a couple episodes of The Office that were pretty funny, but
mhm,
I guess my sense of humor is a little different.
mhm.
Yeah.
Humor's always different, and from anybody. You know, choose your. What kind of do you like? You like comedy movies? Do you like horror? Do you like your basic?
I like horror movies.
Hmm.
Yeah. So like Halloween's like my favorite holiday. So around that time, I got it going on 24/7 on my TV in my house.
Favorite movie of all time? Ooh, of horror.
Of horror.
Oh.
Okay, this is gonna get real controversial. Boom. I'm going to say
What?
it. I'm going to
Yeah.
say it. Because, I don't know. I just like the remake of it. I just like the remake of it. I've seen the original. And original was good, but I don't know. Although I know the CGI on it was kind of
Mm-hmm.
not the best,
Mm-hmm.
but overall, like I think it was good in how they carried the story. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't technically like a bloody movie, but it just kept you
Mm-hmm.
interested on what's going next.
Yeah, that's like when Friday the 13th first happened, you know, when Jason first popped out of the woods,
Yep.
and then they made all these other movies that really just caught your eye, and you want to go see these locations, and that's what I like to do is try to find the locations of the movies. That's pretty kind of cool. That's my bucket list. That's bucket list of things to do. Still. I still want to go to Camp Crystal Lake, but they closed that. But you can do a walk around tour. You can do a tour, which is cool. And I'm
Yeah.
on the list. I'm on the list for that shit.
And it's crazy because as much as
Yeah.
I like horror movies, I'm pretty scary. I'm pretty
Yeah,
scared
right.
because I would go
Sheesh.
out there and I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go. I know
Okay.
they sold the house
Mhm,
from The Conjuring. Was it The Conjuring?
mhm,
Yeah, a couple bought the house as a
mhm,
joke,
mhm,
and it wasn't a joke. And it
mhm.
was like, we can't live here.
That's like the Amityville house that they still, that was on the market and that sold, and it's still still haunted to this day.
As it should be. And I just saw like the original doll. I think somebody posted it the other day, like the original doll, and I was like, they actually have it like locked up somewhere.
Hmm.
I was like,
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's like freaky. But action movies, any kind of, yeah,
um,
nah, no. There's nothing really catching. Wonder Woman. I don't know. There's so many like,
yeah, I was about to say I like all the Marvel movies.
yeah, yeah. It's really like I don't catch as much as I used to. Like, what's the movie theater, right? Like when we used to go to the movie theater.
I miss going to the movies. I really
I
do.
I know. Just sitting there watching the film and just enjoying it. Yeah. Adam Sandler movie would be coming out, or the Jim Carrey movie would be breaking out.
And I know Jordan Peele had some fire for us. I was ready because I think he was supposed to come out with a movie like right before COVID happened. I
Hmm.
don't know if he actually released it, but
But I am excited for when the new Power Rangers comes out.
I see. I never really watched Power Rangers.
But guess who's in it?
Oh,
Independent wrestler Leo Rush.
oh, that is cool.
He's going to be the white whatever character. Yeah, he got. So yeah, that's good for him. I'm glad. It's like he'd fit perfect for that kind of, you know.
Definitely,
Hmm.
that's cool. I didn't know that, and it's
Hmm.
crazy because I follow him on his social media, on all the social media,
Yes.
so I could have seen it and kind
Yeah,
of
he
had
talked. Yeah, he talks about a podcast and he announces it here and there. Yeah, because he was just doing the actually also he was just on MTV's that spy show or something. He was doing some
Mhm.
spy thing. I haven't really watched that. I got to watch that challenge or something. I have to see
Oh
what that.
yeah, I saw that he was up there.
But he's doing good things though. Still making his music. I love his music. So he's got good tracks out there on Spotify as well.
Yeah, Leo's very talented.
He is another underrated person who really But yeah, he's had his moments where he messed up too. But they
Yeah,
all do. They all have those moments where they screw up on Twitter.
yeah, I saw him in
Mhm,
the hotel at Greensboro one time because I
mhm,
was staying up there for SmackDown, I believe.
mhm,
SmackDown. This was like
mhm,
right before COVID too.
mhm,
And so happened I walked downstairs that morning to go leave.
mhm.
Leo Rush is right there. I didn't get to speak to him because I didn't want to
Mhm.
bother him. Um,
No, no.
yeah, I didn't want to bother him. It was like 5, 6 in the morning. I was like,
Hey, Leo.
yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't.
Yeah, yeah. No, no.
I can't do
You'd be
that.
like, should have been like, tweet. Hey, hang on. Hey, Leo, is that you? I'm texting you. Hold on.
I couldn't. I don't like bothering people like that because I know
No,
they have people in their face all the time. The only
I
like
know.
if John Morrison was down there, I probably would have did it because I've been trying to see him for years, and we keep like just
Oh,
passing by each other.
yeah.
So
Oh,
I
it's
would
like,
probably actually stop him and be like, "Listen,
yeah.
this is
If
my
there's a,
only
yeah,
chance."
yeah. If you have to go to a meet and greet, it's worth it. It really is. Yeah. Right.
Because I
Have
missed
you?
him at a WrestleCade the
Mm-hmm,
year before he got signed.
mm-hmm. WrestleCade. That was an experience too. That was pretty wild.
Oh yeah, WrestleCade is an amazing experience for
Mm-hmm.
everyone. For everyone.
Yeah, it's like all our friends went to Starcade, this and that. It's like WrestleMania weekend. Everybody's getting all these autographs.
Yeah,
I
I
wish
was
we had like a
actually
yeah,
I
yeah.
was getting I was excited. I was supposed to go to WrestleCon in
Mhm.
WrestleMania and they canceled. I was so hurt. I was
So you
so
wasted
hurt.
wasted all your money, to buy a ticket. Mhm.
Yeah, because I was going through with it to the end. Until Vince was like, cancel. I was going through with it. And he canceled. I was so sad. I was so sad.
But now you see this cruise thing, you might have to check out this cruise.
Yes, I'm gonna have to actually sit there and think about it, like, because
Yeah.
I don't know, because I know, like, when everything
Mhm.
gets back up and started, like,
Mhm.
WWE is gonna go hard. They're gonna go hard.
Mhm. They will. They will. But AEW is going harder because they're taking the turn with EM. That's why I said Impact's taking their side now. They're like working with them now, which is good.
I think it's a smart thing to do,
It is.
although they're competitors, if
Mhm.
it benefits both of you guys to build each other up,
Mhm.
do that.
Do it. Do it. It's and you think about like Cody knows all the Arn Anderson knows all the guys. Everybody knows Jerry Lynn knows a lot of them. It's like, Impact was his. Like really, you look back and you think who's really on there. Like Don Callis. Yeah, I can't stand him. I used to like the other guy with the giveaways and stuff. What's his name? I'm talking about is just TNA all day long, buy a DVD. He'd do all the giveaways at the house shows and stuff when they used to do like the TNA house shows. I forget his name. Oh my god, he was annoying. He was one of those guys and then a commentator that was annoying. I can't think of the guy. It wasn't the blonde guy. It wasn't that blonde guy that used to be there. It was the other
And he
guy.
was a commentator
I believe so. Yeah, not Don West. Was it Don West? Don
for
West?
Impact. For Impact,
Yeah,
Taz.
Don West. No, Taz. Yeah, Taz. Look where Taz is now. Yeah, he's on a better team right now. My gosh, I can't think of his name. Don West. I think it was Don West. I believe. Well, we'll go with that. Don West has that. But Taz, my gosh, to see him on a different network now is something else. To see him trying to train these guys different. But the bright futures for a lot of the guys as well. Former Impact TNA superstar, as well. Look who he
Mhm.
has, Brian Cage. The Machine.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I just have a soft spot in my heart for Lucha Underground. Like I really
Mhm,
do. Cause like
mhm,
when I was looking for something that was different, like
mhm.
Lucha Underground was it.
And he was
So,
on it. Yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah, he was a
yeah.
beast. Him and John Morrison's feud was amazing.
Mhm.
It was amazing.
Yeah. My Titan Wrestling actually we did a fundraiser show, and he actually wrestled Ace Austin.
Yes, I saw. Yes, I
What?
saw the I saw it was like a flyer. I believe it was a
Mhm.
flyer with it up there.
Yeah, it was called, yeah. Oh, what kid? Val's Pals Go to War. It was called. It's on
Mhm.
YouTube. The whole event's on YouTube for free. I'll find that and give it to you. All right, after this podcast, I'll be sending lots of stuff over.
Oh yes, we got a whole list.
Yeah.
Me doing my research.
Mhm. But yeah, but you know what? To look at him now, and and he's just kicking ass. It's amazing. We'll just see what happens. What happens this coming month in TNA. You know, I mean not
Definitely.
TNA, not
Impact.
here we go AEW. Oh shit! All my friends are gonna yell at me now on this podcast. Let's delete that. Delete.
I
Right?
say the same thing all the time, and I correct myself. I mean, Impact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Delete. Right? The old Matt Hardy, right? The old uh but look who he's tagging with now. He makes sense of who he has as his tag team, has as a mentor to them, Private Party.
Mm-hmm. Because I think
Mhm.
before in an interview,
Mhm.
I think they asked him who did he want to work with, and he was like Private Party.
That's a good because their styles, they're so young in the business. They are so fresh, and they've had a GCW as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were the Combat Zone Wrestling. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were around for the good time of wrestling. And for was it in New York City they called it Hog Wrestling. Hog the Hog promotion was popular, you know, with a whole bunch of stars. Actually, was it at the New Year's show? He just made his return. Ken Broadway just made his return. Cash Money. He was amazing to see him again in the ring, but not with his tag partner. The one that the one they lost, Matt Tavern,
Mm.
the one that was killed by the motorcyclist.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Tragedy,
yeah.
always a
I'm sorry
tragedy.
to hear that.
All I know, like you look at the lineup of people have just passed. It's like wow, it's goes so
Yeah.
quick, you know.
Someone actually made a post the other day, and it was like everyone's picture over the past year who
Mm-hmm.
had passed away. That was in wrestling. I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's like I was just looking at a picture of Danny Havoc, like
Hmm.
sweetest person in the deathmatch world. Left too soon. Left too soon, and I don't know what. I never got the full story on his death. I have to find out still. I don't want to ask though. I want to be like the person to find out.
Right.
But that's it. Let's call it a night. I'm done.
Hey,
We'll do this again. How about whenever? We can do it whenever. Love to have you
hey.
back on.
Listen, I would love to be back up here. I had fun tonight. I appreciate you so much for having me up
Absolutely.
here.
But feel free to plug whatever you want to plug. Go ahead. The floor's yours.
The floor is mine. Okay. First and foremost, add me on Facebook at Nadiah Hunter and like my Facebook page,
Hold on.
Charisma.
Hold on. Wait. I got something. Bam.
Woo! Yes, on Twitter, Lil Charisma NC and IG, Lil Charisma. I'm at School of Morton every Sunday. Please tune in to School of Morton. Jewels of Wrestling, please check it out. It's an amazing show. Got good stuff coming up. January 23rd. Make sure you get your tickets for Jewels of Wrestling. I think that's it. I think that's all I got.
That's it.
Follow me.
Follow everywhere.
Oh, wait, one more thing. I am nominated for the Carolina Pro Wrestling Awards for Ring Announcer of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you go join the group
Mm.
and vote for me.
Yeah, please vote for her. Please vote for her. I already voted for you. I voted for uh, the White Claw Outlaw. Great tag team. Great. Became good friends with that one guy. He's awesome. But anyway, that's a wrap. And what do I got going on this week? Well, I guess I'll just announce it now. What do I have? I believe AMP is coming back on a podcast in 2 weeks or so, or a couple of weeks. AMP will be back on a podcast. But tomorrow night at 8 p.m. live, I will have indie female wrestler Tatiana Rose will be on a podcast, and be interesting to see what she's been up to and where her career is going to be going forward and more, and where she'll be next. And that's a wrap. I'm closing this down. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you for coming on. I'm going to close you out. There you go. Fans, I want to say thank you to my guest tonight, Nadiah Hunt, the charismatic. How do I get rid of this? Charismatic Nadiah Hunter. I got to clear my banners off of here like this. Fans, what a night it's been. Stay tuned tomorrow. Like I said, 8 p.m. Tatiana Rose will be on a podcast. We'll be talking to her and much, much more. Fans, thank you for listening to the Deathmatch Russell podcast. As always, check out the Deathmatch Russell podcast on all my social media links and on my website, deathmatchrussell.com. Check me out. Also, support a lot of wrestlers by buying some merchandise and support me too on bootandheel.com. Type in Deathmatch Russell, and you can see my name. I have some t-shirts. I got some hoodies. More merch on the way, fans. And Podcast City Network for all your favorite podcasts, final scores, and much, much more. And the Deathmatch Russell podcast as well. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for listening. Till next time. Good night, everybody.
You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media: deathmatchrussell.com, follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32, and on Facebook, facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Find me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net, facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share, and on Twitter at Podcast City Net. You can hear Deathmatch Russell podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.
Hey, wrestling fans, check out bootandheel.com for all your independent wrestlers, apparel, and more. Also, check out Deathmatch Russell podcast as well. www.bootandheel.com.